Okay, this is my first ever tutorial, so bear with me. Right, okay, so we're going to try and put some colour bars in some windows. Some colour bars, some audio bars. Sorry, it is 4:14 in the morning, so we're going to try and put some bars in here. So to start off with, all I've got is this, there we go. This is just a Google image that I made a movie of by scaling it in and changing the position. It's just a quick 5-second thing, just to demonstrate for you. And I also made this bar. It's just a gradient, just use a gradient tool in Photoshop. Took me all of 10 seconds. So now we're going to put some bars. I'm just going to put 2 bars in that window there. So to start with, you want to make a new composition. Call it audio bars 1. I'm making it 50 by 120 pixels because the bar itself is 20 by 120, so that's room to put 2 side by side with a little gap. 5 seconds long. I'm setting the frame rate to 24 frames per second. So I'm presuming you're going to set this to music. If you are, I'm guessing it's 120 beats per minute. It might not be, but if it is, if you set it to 24, every half a second will be a beat. Or every 12 frames. You'll have to do the maths yourselves. If you are using audio, it's best to open up a program like Logic or Soundtrack or Final Cut and just do the maths there, because After Effects is a bit crap when you put audio in it, because the only way you can hear it is by rendering it like that, using that RAM preview button, and even then it can play a bit too slow and out of time if you have a crappy MacBook like mine. So anyway, you've got your audio bars. You want to drag your bar in, and then you want to drag it in again, and then just move them over. I'm just using left and right. I don't know how well you know After Effects. If I'm going too fast, do let me know. If I'm going too slow, I do apologise. So you've moved the bars over like that. So now what you want to do is create a mask so that you can move them up and down. I'm just going to open those up. Select the first one and use this here, which is the pen tool, to excuse me. We'll try that again without using that roto Bezier, because that makes the lines go in a curve and you want this to be straight. I hit that pretty much on the head. I mean, you can always just click the arrow button like that, and then you can, if you've deselected the frame, you can drag each point like that, but the only one that really needs to be straight is the top one there, because that's the way the mask is going to be moving. And then you want to copy the mask, put it onto your second bar. It should copy straight over like that, and then copy it onto all your bars. Right, so if we go into the first mask on the first bar, you want to be on the mask path here, so we make sure it's at 0, 0. Put a keyframe there, select the 12th frame, presuming you're using 120 beats per minute, put in another one like that, and then I'm going to leave it like that for a minute. Go back to the first keyframe, because I want this to start at the bottom. So all you do is you literally just grab your mask, drag it down like that, start it at the bottom, and then, because you've got your 2 keyframes, it should do that. Doesn't really matter if it goes off to the side or not, as long as it doesn't cut anything else off but the top, that bit So now I've done that, I'm going to just copy these. I'm just going to use this as a kind of route like that. So I'm just copying and pasting on each second, and I'm just going to copy the last one over like that, just to finish it off. Now on the second mask, I'm going to copy the first 2 points. It may create a second mask. Okay, yeah, of course. Sorry, you've got to make sure your timeline's at the beginning to start with. There we go, so I've copied the first 2 points so it drags it up with it. But I don't want it to go all the way up this time, I only want it to go halfway up. I'm going to do the same, select 2 keyframes, drag it forward to the first second, then the second, third second, fourth second, and then copy the last frame to bring it down for the 5th. So now you have something which should look like this. Right, so now you got that. Go onto your first composition with just your movie in the background, and drag your audio bars that you've made, making sure it's above the footage. Oh man, this is not having a good time. There we go. Okay, so sorry, that's from when I tried it earlier. Okay, so now you have your audio bars on your, what's going on? Okay, that was weird. Right, so I've got your audio bars on your footage. The next thing you want to do is position it into this window here. So first up, move it like that. If it makes it easier, go onto your audio bars and then create a new solid. Make sure it's the same size as your composition, which is 50 by 120 in this case, and then it should appear there. So you've got a black solid which you can use as a guide. You might not necessarily need it because you have the points, but you never know. Then you might want to zoom in a bit, then use the grab tool to just move the screen, hopefully. There we go. So it might be a little bit too far in. That'll have to do. Right, pointer again. I go to, make sure you've selected your audio bars. Go to Effect. Distort, and then click on Corner Pin. You should get these circles up in the corner. Now what you want to do is drag them so they fit each corner, like so. I'm only doing this roughly. I'm presuming you're going to have a higher resolution video anyway, and then move that to there. Okay, now what you want to do is go back onto your audio bars and remove that black solid, or just make it invisible, and then there you go. it's now the shape of your window. So the next thing we're going to want to do is to track the motion. So if you go to Bar Street, or if you go to your movie file, I'm just going to move this back, select it so it fits up to 100% again. Select your movie file down there. I've already got my tracker up here, but in case you haven't, you go to Effect. No, you don't go to Effect, you go to Animation. Then click Track Motion just there. Now for the track point, you want to select excuse me, or reslide, whatever. You want to select a point if your After Effects ever wants to work. Because this is an image, nothing's moving in it, but you want to select something. I'm going to select the window frame there, and you can see the reflection of the van. If this was a movie, you wouldn't want to select her because she'd be walking off. Again, I don't know how well you know After Effects. I don't know if you've done this kind of stuff before, but select that point, make sure it's at the start of wherever you want these bars. In this case it's 0, 0, and then once you're ready, just make sure the target is set to your audio bars 1, which is that, and then click the play button, or the analyze forward button, and that's what you want to be seeing. It should be tracking that point there. You'll probably want to use scale as well, if because I didn't scale this, but if you click scale it should move, or it should zoom it in and out with the window anyway, so it should follow it perfectly, but in this case I just want to track the position. You can see that it's all good there, that's perfect. If it didn't work, you might want to select a different track point. There's only a couple of points that are out. If you want to open up all those lovely sub-menus I give you, you can delete individual frames or whatnot. But I'm happy with that, so I'm going to click apply. And you get this box here asking to apply dimensions. You want to apply everything. Then it should be done. You should see a different position. Sometimes it does that because I didn't change the anchor point instead of position. So what I'm going to do is just make that visible again. You can see it's missed it a bit. So if I go back to the beginning, I'm just going to reset the anchor point, or move it even, to select the window once again. Just make sure it is the anchor point, not the position, because that'll screw up your tracking. A little bit more. Yeah, that's about right. There you can see it does that, which is lovely. So go back to your audio bars, get rid of your black solid, or you can always just delete that layer, you don't need it anymore. So you just want to polish that off now. I'd probably just, I mean, if you've got it cut tight to the window, it should look pretty good. Just kill the opacity a bit, just to blend it in. And there you have it. There's your audio bar. Just like that. It's magical. So yeah, that's how you do one at a time. If you need more, just you know, if you want to loop the audio bars composition, just you know, you can always drag it in and then position it again somewhere else, or you could crash, or whatever. I mean, that's just a rough guide just to get you going. Hopefully that's explained everything that you need. If not, get in touch. But yeah, that's about it, really, I think. Good luck.